guys, so do you want to see how to make this yummy dessert? This is not banana pudding, it's banana pudding cake. Stay tuned, watch the vlog, and don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up the video, and like if you try the recipe. Thank you so much and stay tuned. Okay, so one of the first steps is to cut up your bananas. And what you see me doing now is I have some lemon juice. I'm going to take the lemon juice and kind of just spread it evenly across the bananas. This just helps it so that it doesn't turn brown. It doesn't make the dessert look bad. Any type of juice you have though, whether it's lemon juice, lime juice, or pineapple juice, anything acidic is going to help preserve the bananas and keep them looking really, really fresh. I'm just adding a little bit more to it just to make sure that I've evenly coated all of them. I mean, they're not like uniformly on the pan. And then once I do that, then I'm going to start mixing my banana cream pudding. And that's what you see me, I have right there. I have the large bag or box. Honestly, I didn't even use maybe half of it. So you could get away with using the smaller, I believe it's 3.4 ounce, and I'll post it in the description box below. But all you do is follow the directions, you know, start with the few cups of milk, cold milk, until it sets. I'm getting messy, y'all. Like, I'm not a baker and I'm not big in the kitchen, but I just thought this dessert was so yummy and I wanted to try it. So here you see me kind of mixing up the second batch. And what you see me mixing now is the vanilla pudding inside the pan. And the reason why we have two, and you'll kind of see it there, I'll explain it a little bit later. So I'm just adding up the last bit of that now. Once I finish that, all you're going to do is just set it to the side and let it kind of set up a little. You don't want it to be super runny. Now, to get your cake out of the pan, you want to make sure that it's extremely cooled off. Once it's cool, you should be able to turn your pan upside down. Okay, just like that. And it should come out your pan, and just kind of set it on a wire rack so that if there's any other excess heat in there, it will actually come out. Now what you're going to see me do is I'm going to start prepping the cake. So I'm going to take each layer and add bananas around them, almost like if you're making banana pudding, you know, where you place the cookies down. Said you have a cake. And once you do that, you're going to finish doing it, then just move to the you're going to see me add some more pudding and then move to the next layer. So let me finish this up. You kind of see there's no specific way of putting it on, but don't overdo it where the cake is super heavy. And you also see me, I just have that little small plastic there because you want to refrigerate your cake when it's done, just because of the pudding and the banana, and we're also using some whipped topping. So that's the reason why I'm putting it on that pan, but I have it kind of elevated in the air so that way I'll be able to turn it and decorate the cake like I need to. It just makes it more easier. So right now I am spreading the banana cream pudding. Just make sure that it's evenly coated, not super heavy. A few tablespoons is what I've noticed that covers each layer. So we're gonna do the same thing to the second layer. You're just gonna keep doing the same pattern. If you see, I've already moved all the way to the top. Now the top is going to be a little different. Instead of the banana cream pudding, we are going to be using the vanilla pudding. And the vanilla pudding is going to cover the entire outside of the cake as well as the top. So here you'll see me start spreading on, and I just kind of spoon it, and then I'm going to take my spatula and just evenly spread it out. That way I'll make sure that the vanilla pudding is in between each of the bananas. Now don't worry about covering the bananas all together because you're gonna put some wafers on top and it's gonna make it look super pretty. So anywho, now what you're seeing me doing is I'm gonna be adding the pudding to the side. You're gonna start seeing it drip, look really, really messy, but trust me, there's a process to this and you have to kind of work rather quickly before it sets like all the way. You still want it to be where you can spoon it. It's sort of stiff, but not quite there yet. So what you're seeing me do now is kind of like just push all of the vanilla pudding into the extra crevice on the side of the cake, just covering it really well, getting a good layer. And then once I've done that, you'll see where I'll go at with the next step. So I'm just smoothing everything out. You'll see me turn the cake a few times because it's a little easier to turn your cake versus your spatula. I've learned that over the time. Super, super easy. And I'm just adding a little bit more of the pudding on there. Nothing major. trust me, don't overdo it because you can. So as you can see, just covering it up, I'm pushing up the excess that's drained down. Now what I'm doing is I have the second surprise. It's mini Nilla wafers, okay? You have to get the mini ones. Reason being is because it's going to make the cake look better and it's easier to cut versus using the larger wafers where you have to kind of like put when you go to slice it, it's pushing the cookies off. So use the mini ones. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I love it. So I'm going to just add all the wafers, and you'll see me kind of push up some of the pudding as I'm adding the wafers. And the wafers will also hold the pudding in place. So that's what you see me doing here. And I'm just going to decorate the entire cake. That's really it to it. It's nothing, no science behind it. So now you can see I got like almost the whole cake done. Didn't take long at all. A couple minutes or so. Now what I'm going to do is I took some heavy whipping cream from my local grocery store, and I am just going to whisk that. I like making my own whipped cream, and reason why is because I just feel like it tastes better. And with you making your own whipping cream, you can also add some sugar to it to sweeten it. So that's what you'll see me do here once I whisk it. When you do whisk it with I like to use an electric whisk. I've never used the hand whisk to make heavy cream or make whipped cream. I couldn't tell you if it would work, but my bakers out there, I'm sure you would probably know the answer to that question. I just use that. It works for me. I think you have to create a lot of air bubbles or whatever you call it, and that's how it's going to get your heavy whipping cream. So once I've come and I see that it's starting to get a little bit more thicker, then that's when I start adding the powdered sugar. You didn't see that step just because it's just easily just folding it into the whipping cream. Now what you see me doing is I'm just placing it in a regular Ziploc bag that I've already cut the end off, and with the end being cut, I can pipe it on the cake way easier. I'm telling you. I mean, normally what you would do is kind of like just spoon it in between each, but what I'm doing is I'm just taking each of the openings and I'm placing the whipped topping, my homemade whipped topping, in between each crevice. And I'm not going to cover the entire cake. I'm only covering just the top and the top edge. That's it. And you'll see me kind of go back at it and add more to it, even on the outer edge. It just makes the cake look prettier and more presentable. And I like whipped cream with my banana pudding. It kind of gives it a little lighter taste, and that's why I like using it, but I don't like using a lot. I only like using just enough, kind of like just that topper of whipped cream. So as I finish this up, guys, I'm telling you, this cake was super easy to make. I told you for the third or fourth time, I'm not a baker. If I can do this, you can do it. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a staple in your house. If you love banana pudding, you are going to love this cake. Trust me, okay? Now, I have Shane, I have Jelena, and my mom, who doesn't want to be on camera. They all tried it. My mom took home extra slices. And if I can show you a picture of what I have left, I'll post it on Facebook just so you can see it on Instagram. There's nothing left to this cake. I had to save myself an extra slice because I didn't even get to try it. That's just how good it was, okay? So, they're going to try it at the end. And, hey, when you make it, you be the judge, and feel free to tweak it because you know what? This is my recipe. I came up with it. I saw a slight version of this on Pinterest, but I totally changed it up. I added banana cream. I didn't use vanilla pudding throughout the whole thing, and I did not poke holes. I did layers. Now, one key to this is you have to keep it set in the fridge for at least an hour before serving it. If not, it's not going to come out right. All right, Shane and Jelena's trying. Let's see what they say. What do you think about it, Shane?
Well, it's wonderful.
What do you think, Jelena?
I like it.
Yeah? Is it too sweet?
Okay. I'll eat this again.